Okay, guys, I wanted to do a little video on what it was like for me at my very first EPCOT Festival of the Arts as a Disney fine artist, and kind of a little reflection on what that experience was like. All right, so what that experience was like. Leading up to the event, I'll be honest with you, I was very nervous. I had the jitters, running through my mind all the things that if everything was going to go right and what the week was going to be like. It was kind of a little bit of a surreal moment for me because it was something that I had kind of dreamt about for a long time, and here it was actually happening. But after I got there that first day, kind of all those worries dissipated. So, walking into Epcot for the first time and walking up to my booth and seeing all the artwork there. It all looked great. The displays looked great. I was with Promenade Gallery. Their team was fantastic. Everything was set up, and I was really happy with how everything looked. So much so that, as soon as I got there, I found out that one of the pieces I had for the event had already found a new home. So before the event even started, and then the event was supposed to start at 10 a.m. and like at 9:50, there was already a new collector there that I had not met before, taking home one of the works in progress that I had taken for the event. So that was a great start for me. I felt it was a big relief. I felt very grateful that there was already interest in the work and in my interpretation of these characters and stories. So that was a great start to the week. The other big part of the experience for me was the weekend that I got to have my family there was a huge moment for me. So my family is very proud of this. It's something that they know that I've been a big fan of Disney and these stories and characters for a long time. So them joining me over the weekend was a wonderful thing for me. They're very happy for me. They were able to see the work there. And especially my son, who had attended the festival a year earlier, um, and to kind of talk to the artist. And here we were a year later together with me there as a Disney fine artist. That was a really, really awesome thing for me. The other great thing was getting to connect with the other artists. My booth mate or my tent mate was an artist by the name of Tato, who's a sculptor and painter. His work is phenomenal. And he was a super great guy. His work is beautiful. If you're not familiar with it, go check it out. He was a great person, super considerate, super thoughtful. We connected great, and we were there to kind of support each other all week. The other Disney fine artists, getting to see them, artists that I had admired for years. Don Ducky Williams came by to say hi. Tim Rogerson, super great, wonderful Disney fine artist, very supportive throughout this whole process. I got to see him. Denise, the Canadian Disney fine artist, she was great to talk to. Wendy Angle was another super supportive Disney fine artist. So those were the artists that were there with me that week. And it was just great to connect with them, talk to them about art, about their experience. So that was another fantastic thing for me. And of course, getting to talk to all the collectors and the fans that came by, people that connected with the work, that wanted to know more about it, that just connected with what I was doing. That got to see me paint live, ask questions about my process, especially little kids that came by. I would do drawings for them and see them get so happy getting these characters. That for me was a great joy. So um, being with all the fans and collectors throughout the week and seeing how much they connected with these stories was fantastic. The other fantastic thing was I've already made friends in this process. So I had several new collectors from a show I did last year, and here we are. 3 months later, a lot of these same collectors are coming by to chat, to talk, to acquire new artwork. I even got to go to Club 33, which was a super exciting thing for me, going to Club 33 with um, some friends and collectors that have already acquired several of my pieces, and it was such a wonderful thing for me to get to go to Club 33 and check out that environment and see what that was like. That was super, super awesome. So just the overall vibe of the Festival of the Arts was super awesome. High energy, everybody that was coming by just to talk art. It was a super cool thing for me all week, and I hope I get to do many more of these. What surprised me the most throughout the week? Probably how much people connect with the experience of the artwork. And what I mean by that is what surprised me was that I took like 5 works in progress, and almost all of those went to new homes. And I think for collectors and fans, they really enjoyed being part of the process. So they're seeing me paint the artwork, they're talking to me about the painting, they're seeing it as it's being painted. And in one case, I even had the collectors paint the artwork with me. I think that makes it more meaningful. So that part for me was a surprise how much people actually connected with the work as it was being made. Um, so I'm very appreciative for that, and I will keep that in mind for future events. Definitely the live painting was something people really enjoyed. I plan to do that, a lot more of that, and find ways to engage more with the collectors as the artwork is being made. Yeah, that surprised me a lot. Okay, what I learned throughout the week was um, something that I think that I was already on my radar and that I'm aware of because it's something I'm very interested in it, but the power of story. So for me, storytelling is super important with each of my pieces. I put a lot of thought into the story, into the feelings of the characters. And when people see that, they really connect with the story. And that was reinforced for me throughout the week. Another thing was that there are certain characters and stories that I've not been avoiding, but like kind of postponing till the moment was right because these are the characters that I love. So there are certain characters that I've kind of been leaving for the right moment, and I think now after almost a year of doing this, I'm ready to tackle some of these characters. I feel excited about these new ideas. So I learned I'll be tackling some of these new characters that are very popular um, with new, fresh ideas and fresh perspectives that I have, and I think I got a lot of that from collectors in the audience as they were there. Where do I go from here? I feel very energized about and hopeful for what's to come with my artwork, with this platform, with this opportunity to paint these characters. So I'm super hopeful. I'm super, motivated and inspired to keep making, more of these pieces. And I see that there's such an interest and a demand. So I'll tell you that every single piece, I can say this from the bottom of my heart, I put maximum thought and effort into making it as strong as possible. I'm going to continue to do that, and I feel super inspired to keep making as many of these paintings as I can um, to the best of my abilities. So I'm grateful for all the collectors. Overall, the Festival of the Arts was a fantastic experience. It was everything I hoped it would be. And I'm looking forward to the next event with all these Disney Fine Art collectors and fans. And I can't wait. I think the best is yet to come. So I'm glad I got to share that experience with you guys. I hope this information is helpful to collectors and Disney fans and aspiring artists that can connect with this information. And I'm grateful that I can and share that with you. So thank you very much for your support, and I look forward to sharing more of this with you guys in the future. Thanks a lot.